Okay, another day, a rainy day. Come on. All right, it's Monday morning. We've gotten over 1.5 inches of rain overnight. These animals are hungry, ready to eat. Where's our new little Caffy? Did you make it in? Did she make it in over here already? No, she's laying down with the donkeys over here. She's been up walking around. Donkeys. I threw a little hay over the fence as I was unrolling, and the donkeys are happy to eat that. Now, hello, little calf. It's a wet morning. It's pretty wet out here, huh? You shivering a little bit? Her name is Mildred, Millie for short, and our other calf that was born at the end of March, her name is Esther. So Esther and Millie. Esther was born right before Easter. Friday before Easter, Good Friday. And she is spunky and full of energy, and she's going around nibbling on little green things. She's licking her lips. She's smelling the hay. Oh, she says, this smells good. The hay smelled really nice. It's kind of fruity smelling this morning. These are, I had to get more hay. Didn't quite have enough. Got 10 more bales. As you can see, the tractor over there. These are wrapped 4x4 bales from Rusted Rooster Farm, and they are heavy. And I don't think I could have rolled them over here. It's a slight incline over here, and I would have been rolling them uphill. Maybe, probably me and another person, maybe me and Sarah could have rolled them around. I chose to get the bale spreader out this morning with the tractor and brought it into the paddock with the tractor, and then cut the wrap off and was able to unroll it. Now, I've been feeding 3x4 bales a day, each day, and they've been doing pretty well on that, leaving some residual behind, and I'm gonna try, I've left the core of the bale, so the 3x4s, when unrolled, covered an area that was about 50 feet by 15 feet. So it was 5 passes it took to unroll the 3-foot bales. So 5 times 3 is 15. So 15 feet across this mini paddock. Now, and I just unrolled 4 passes with a 4x4 bale, so that's about 4 times 4 would be 16. So theoretically, I've put out a little bit more hay than I have been. Now, I'm gonna save the core of this bale for tomorrow morning, and I might go get a tarp and wrap it up just to keep today's rain off of it. So I'll put up another fence 4 feet away from this one, unroll that, and give that to them in the morning in order to get a day and a half out of these 4x4 bales. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. If we're successful doing that, then we can keep feeding hay for about 10 more days if I give 6 of those bales to these guys, and plus that one 4x4 from Sam that we have left over down there. So that's 10 days. I'll get us to May 10th, if not May 11th, with hay for everyone. And with the lambs coming in over the weekend, they're gonna eat, I'm not sure how much of the hay they're gonna eat. There's 120 of them growing little buggers. So I'm gonna save 4 bales for them for 5 days, and if they don't eat all of it, if I think I can meter it out a little slower, then I will, and maybe I'll be able to maybe I will be able to, have one extra bale or 2 extra bales, we'll see, to feed everybody on pasture when we go out into the hay field, which is a good thing to do when it's very green. You want to give animals some roughage to go with the lush green grass. So it helps balance it out. Otherwise they get the runs pretty bad. But I'm not joking myself. I don't have a lot of hay. They're gonna get the runs. I could get more hay. It's a possibility. It's sort of normal to get the runs early in the season. Yeah, and we are heading out into a hay field that was not hayed last year, so there is actually a fair amount of stockpiled forage from last season there. Probably has very little energy. The animals may eat it just to balance out the green, and if the grass is very tall, they may eat it just because they're forced to. So we'll see. To be completely honest with you, I'm learning as I go. Like, this is we are doing things here a way that I personally don't know anyone locally who's doing it like this, and most people would be feeding hay in the barn or in a sacrificial yard until the grass was green. And we're doing a different thing here. We're trying to minimize our costs, minimize their impact, keep the animals moving. We're unrolling bales on the ground to keeping them moving, which will minimize the amount of mud. We aim to not make mud here. With that said, we did make some mud overnight with an 1.5 inches of rain, and I'm going to put a back fence up to keep them out of the worst of it. But this spot right over here got pretty soupy. Got a puddle here, and this is pretty wet now. And with everyone standing around on it, it's could be worse, could be better. But anyhow, I think I'm gonna just advance the fence a little bit. They'll have a chance to make some mud here today, and hopefully, rain is good. We need rain, and we basically we want to keep the animals moving, and that's the goal here. And instead of feeding all this hay in one place and having all this nutrient, because basically hay is a form of nutrient, instead of having all the nutrient land in one place on the farm year after year, we like to ideally feed the hay in different places around the farm, so we're spreading the nutrient out. Not only the wasted hay, but the manure and the urine are all landing on a different place each day. So instead of ending up with over fertilized ground that will end up growing weeds, we will end up with hopefully appropriately fertilized ground and all this hay has seed. When we purchase hay, it's not just feed for our cows, it's nutrient for our land and seed to increase our seed banks. So I think that we'll see, I'll just turn around here. Hope you guys don't get sick watching this, but I think this area where we've been for the past month, we were here for all of April, basically. This area right here, I left this, I'm leaving this swath here as a lane way to get to the round pen that we're building. But on either side of this lane has been fertilized and seeded pasture, and and I'd like to see some new grass coming up here in this next year. We'll see what happens, because this was all a lot of I think it's steeple bush, I think that's what it's called, and just weeds and tree seedlings, and so we'll see. This is an experiment to see if we can improve land using cows and sheep and hay in a month that doesn't make sense to be out on nice pasture. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go. And I gotta reel up this reel here and move it back to keep the folks from stepping in the mud where they were, and then dump out the water and move it and refill the water. And oh, Billy just came over and licked the new calf. Yep. Anyhow, have a good day, folks.